Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing a review of the Spyderco Paramilitary 2. Judging by the forums and some YouTube videos, this knife is pretty popular recently. I've been seeing it pop up a lot, and I figured I'd do a review. I've had it for a little bit over a month and a half now, and it's an awesome knife. If you've seen any other reviews of it, I'm sure that's been well documented. It is an excellent knife, especially for the money. You can get these for around 100 to 115 bucks, depending on where you buy it from. But yeah, let's just get right into it. I'll talk about the materials here. The handle is G10 with fully nested stainless steel liners. They are also skeletonized. I don't know if you can really see them in there. There's a nice big cutout right in the center towards the middle of the handle, and that really just helps cut down on weight. It's a very light knife for the size. I believe it's just under 4 ounces. I think it's like 3.8. I could be wrong, so don't quote me on that. But it is definitely light for the size, and it really helps also when you're carrying it too. You've got a nice decent size knife without the weight. Steel. Oh, before I get onto the blade steel, one of my only complaints with this knife is from the factory. I think the G10 is a little bit too grippy. Not on your hands, but when you're putting it in and out of your pocket, it really does tear at your jeans. This side still does a little bit because my hand doesn't wear it down as much because of the pocket clip. It's in the way. But this side has worn down a little bit, and it's pretty much perfect right now. It's still very grippy, but not jagged and grippy to the point where it's like kind of like sandpaper. But I think if they could have improved one thing with this, it's to make the G10 slightly less grippy. But other than that, I mean, it's excellent high quality G10, and ergonomically the handle feels great. It's all the edges are radiused, so it does feel very comfortable. But it's a minor gripe, I think. Blade steel is CPM S30V, and it is full flat ground, as you can see, and it is a mean slicer. It just cuts really, really well, and right out of the box it's got an amazing edge to it, just like a lot of Spydercos. Actually, most. I don't think I've ever had a Spyderco that came dull. But yeah, razor sharp out of the box. Another nice thing about the blade, it tapers to a nice fine point. It's not too thin. For some people maybe it is if you do light prying with your knives. I don't. I usually just cut with them. But I find it to be a very useful thing to have a nice fine point like that. Actually, earlier today, I used it to get a splinter out of my finger. And all you do is you just take the tip, cut the very top layer of skin above the splinter, and you can just flick it out, and it worked perfectly. So having a nice fine tip like that can come in handy in more ways than just cutting open a package. But blade does have some nice jimping here on the thumb ramp. It's very, very functional. Grips very well. You also have the same very good jimping on this choil right below the right on the tang of the blade, and then that flows right into the handle, and it just really feels great in the hand. As I said, you can choke back if you want a little more reach, or if you're I guess doing a heavier cutting task, and then if you're doing finer work, you can choke up. You can even put your thumb up here if you want, and you can really get some nice control with it. The clip is 4-way positionable, tip up, tip down, left hand, right hand. So for all you lefties out there, this is definitely a nice touch. It does come in the tip down right hand position, but you can just swap that out. I like tip up. What else is there to talk about? Compression lock. This is my first knife that I've owned with the compression lock, and it's really, really nice so far. Initially, I was sort of concerned about the location of it, and if it would be awkward to operate with one hand. But even after just having this thing for a couple of minutes, it was very, very easy to operate. I found the best way to do it was to take your thumb, depress the lock, and just drop the blade forward. Just make sure you keep your index finger right behind that choil on the G10. That way when the blade falls, that tang will just hit your finger and you won't get cut. And then from there, Just rotate it and you can close it. It operates very, very smoothly. I mean, it's got bronze washers, I believe. Yeah, let me see. It's bronze washers, and it's just buttery smooth. It's as smooth, if not smoother, than my Sebenza, actually. It glides so well. It almost feels like it's on like a tracker ball bearings. It's amazing. These are also, as you can see, talk about it, made in Golden, Colorado, USA Earth. It's a USA-made Spyderco. It's got Eric Glesser's and Sal Glesser's signature there. But overall, it's just an excellent, excellent folder, especially for the money. I mean, I really feel like you're getting much more than what you paid for with this knife, and it's just an awesome EDC and just great knife in general, so I highly recommend it. So that's the Spyderco Paramilitary 2. Thanks for watching, guys.